Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmates. Our topic is all about appropriate methods of assessment. So, ano nga ba ang appropriate methods of assessment? Appropriate methods of assessment are ways to check how well learner in learning or doing something. Nakapaloob po dito ang test or quizzes and lots of different ways to assess. So, dito po tatalakayin po natin kung ano-ano po ang mga appropriate methods of assessment na nakapaloob po sa aming report.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our topic for today is about appropriate methods of assessment. Once the learning targets are identified, appropriate assessment methods can be selected to measure student learning. So, it means that kapag nalaman na ng guro yung mga learning targets o yung learning skills ng mga bata is makakapaggawa na siya ng appropriate assessment para ma-measure yung learning ng mga student. Also, appropriate methods of assessment help ensure that the assessment is fair, reliable, and valid, and that it provides accurate information about learners' knowledge, skills, and abilities. It's also crucial in measuring student learning outcomes effectively and accurately. So, yung appropriate methods of assessment is mahalaga siya para ma-measure natin yung mga learnings ng mga student. And mamaya is may i-discuss rin na different methods of assessment na kung saan ito yung makakapagbigay ng mga instruction for evaluating student learning. And ito rin yung paraan to identify the strength and weaknesses of the student.
So, according to Table 2.5.1, Matching Learning Targets with Paper and Pencil Types of Assessment. So, dito makikita natin is sa learning targets, meron tayong knowledge, reasoning, skills, and product. So, knowledge is about siya sa factual information or na-apply siya sa totoong buhay. While reasoning naman is for problem solving, and sa skills naman is dito dinedevelop yung kakayahan nila sa mga bagay-bagay. And the product is the ito yung pinaka-outcomes ng kanilang pinag-aaralan. So, meron tayo ditong types of assessment. Meron tayong selected response and constructed response. So, dito sa selected response is selected response means meron silang choices or pagpipilian ng tamang answer. So, meron tayong multiple choice, true or false, matching type. Then, sa constructed response naman means sila mismo yung nagko-construct ng own knowledge nila or understanding sa isang questions. Like, for example, is short answer, problem solving, and essay. So, dako naman tayo sa knowledge. So, dito is meron tatlong check ang lahat ng assessment. So, the more check means the more effective yung pag-apply ng mga questions or ng mga activities. So, sa knowledge is marami siyang check. So, it means na effective siya. So, sa reasoning is dalawa na yung check niya sa multiple choice. Then, sa true or false naman na isa lang, and followed by matching type and short answer. So, sa problem solving and essay is it means that sa reasoning talaga is nagkakaroon ng problem solving and essay. Dito nakikita kung paano nako-construct ng knowledge or nakakaisip yung mga bata ng kanilang reasoning kung paano masosolve yung isang problem. Ganon din na makapagbigay sila ng information or insights nila sa isang questions. So, sa skills din is ganon. Sa multiple choice or true or false, matching type, and short answer is medyo hindi siya effective yung paglagay ng assessment dito sa skills. So, while sa problem solving and essay naman is sakto lang. So, dito naman sa product is isa lang yung check nila. Bakit? Kasi yung questions are not typically used to assess the products. Kumbaga, yung outcomes is hindi nila as in na-apply sa real world or pang-araw-araw nila. Kasi kapag, for example, yung question is nasagot na nila, madali na nilang nakakalimutan yon. Hindi kagaya kapag sila mismo yung nagko-construct ng knowledge, like for example is sa recitation, sa role play, or meron silang collaborative work, is mas nagiging okay or mas nagiging maganda yung outcomes or product na kanilang learning.